Good evening, guys. It's a 5:26 p.m. Today is November 18th. Today is Thursday, day before OPEX, and we had a lot of back and forth swings. And the up rally was going on in NQ, and ES was going down. Internals were liquidation and kind, right? So it was a lot of headache, in terms of getting the longs, because of the morning sell-off and internals, So I did not take any longs, except the morning longs, and then that's all, and then I did not take any longs, going with the flow because of internals, Yes, NQ I played few longs, but yes, I decided not to touch it, I'll explain why. But so 2 days of FOREX, right, with lots of swings and prices now approaching all-time high in NQ and ES, right? So manage all the indexes separately after your entry, right? So you have to manage it separately, by at the time of entry you can combine, and look at each other. But when it comes to after entry, you have to manage them separately, right? So today's key level is 96.94, right? Prefer area for buyers to hold above aggressively, and backup is 84.86. Below both you can expect some selling activity, and you can choose to do breakout buy going with the flow, right, which is pretty much in the late noon, right, afternoon, going with the flow. Breakout buy did not happen, pullback buy did happen, right? Choice is yours today. You can do whatever you want to do, because of OPEX price can move back and forth, right? So continue to favor buyers as long as intraday price action is supportive of buyers in NQ and ES, right? So price action was supportive in NQ, but it was not supportive in ES in the morning, and internals were also not supportive, right? So that's why I skip ES later in the day, right? So NQ 16,382, 66, 340, 315, 325. All are buyers levels, so NQ pretty much held, this area pretty much, and then it just stayed above this area, and then it played around back and forth around 66, 382, finally it went to 500, which is this level, 423 also reacted, right? 390 also reacted, but eventually it got there, right? So Russell about 2376, favor buyers. Below you can do short, but only do reactionary shorts. Okay. Dow 348 is R until broken. 823 is the key support. If Dow pretty much went below this area, right? So that means it's a key support. It's a broken. So in the day trading time frame, it's a short setup below 823, right? But Dow is so much bullish, so you want to just skip the shorts, and if price goes back above 823, you can start taking long, so that's for the Dow. Gold and crude, I did not look into it today, but I'm sure it might have worked out, so I'm not going to talk about crude and gold today. So for ES 91, that's where I went long, so why? Because 96.94 was important support, right? And price actually in the pre-market it tried to hold this support and wave up, right? And then it just sliced through it right of the open. So I knew that there are sellers there from right here from this wave up, right? And it's a key area, but it was a first bar, first 5-minute bar, it could be a failed breakdown too, right? So anything can possible, correct? It's OPEX day. So since it came straight to 91, and internals right of the open were positive, right? It was not negative, momentum was even above zero, right? And then momentum actually held above zero all the way up to here, right? AD was also positive territory, so I bought it at 91, and since we had a line there at 91 here, see, it came right there, right? So I was looking for a failed breakdown of this area, but I knew that these sellers are there, so but still I was holding it. So when price did back and forth, I knew that there are sellers at 94, that we discussed right in Discord, that there are sellers at 94 or this VWAP, this area, but the idea was having a failed breakdown because of NQ. Look, this NQ came straight to 366 dream number, so I went long in NQ also. So I was holding both of them, so I was betting on both of them to have a failed breakdown. Then NQ went higher, so that gave me some positive vibes for ES to go higher, right? So I held it. I sat through this chop, all this, even this breakdown attempt also I sat through it because of NQ, because NQ was holding above 366 at that point. Then this thing happened, about to happen. So I bailed out right here, right here. So I had a two point loss here, with ES. NQ, I bailed out right here at the second test because I was looking for 423 to the dot, as a target. First time, damn thing did not touch there and came down, right? Still I held it. Then it then it tried to go higher. At that point I said in Discord, now I'm not gonna make that mistake again, waiting for 423. Slice hesitation, I will exit. So I exited at 412 right here, and ES I exited right here, So, and then that was my trades. And then NQ went slice through straight down, to 315 or 325 area, right here. Now I don't want to go long, even though they were good support, but now it's all, and see, if buyers had a chance to do all this thing right off the open right here, right? But now price sliced through the morning lows, and here is also opening balance breakdown. And also we can consider failed breakout of yesterday's high in NQ and ES, right? And internals were going down, liquidation kind right here, trending down. This was going down now. So now I don't want to go long because at this point the day is set to go down furthermore, right here, see. So I didn't, so in Discord I said, what, when this breakdown happened, I said we are not going to go long until price touch goes here 57.60, then I'm going to go long, because at this point I do not, the way it happened, I do not want to go long in between, right? It can slice through all this level, which it did pretty much. It sliced through 75, sliced through this 71 also, right? And it got exhausted, right, because of NQ. So NQ supposed to come to yesterday's low at least, because he has sliced through last 2 days low. But NQ is the one was the troublemaker. 300 buyers stepped in, and then it just shoot higher, right? So even I shorted it here at VWAP. Actually I did not shorted it, sorry. There was a short setup there that we discussed right here, these two arrows, So I was watching price action here. I was explaining to you, right, that hey, price, if sellers wants to keep control, they have to hold below this 75, but this is a poor location to short, right? So I was looking for 81, 79 area, correct? But that was back of my mind. But then I didn't want to, I want to see price coming straight up there, not resting at 75 or 71 area. So the way it came there, see here, it was holding 75, but at the same time it was also holding 71, and then it broke out. That means buyers are there at 75 now and 72. So now I don't want to short at 81 or 79 just because VWAP is there, right? Because NQ's VWAP is there, because now I know visibility wise, even though if 79, 81 shorts works out here, I have barely 5-6 points to get. I'm not here to scalp. It's a high volatile environment. Why would I bother to get for 5 points and knowing that this buyers could be buying up here when price comes down there, or here. So now if they are buying it, then why not go long then, right? If no shorts, then why not go long here? That is another question. Because the way this structurally breakdown happened, right, and internals were down, I didn't want to go long either, because now I know it's going to be fighting between buyers and sellers, they screwed. So I don't want to go long either, if I miss it, I miss it. So that's why there is no long here, because of this, this, see, all this down momentum, there is no up momentum. So I don't want to go long, and short neither. So I did not do anything. I just went for a walk after this time, after 10:55. I went for a walk, and when I was at walk, this thing happened, all these things. So I missed it pretty much, By the time I came, price was right here, somewhere around 4700, and NQ was around this area anyway. So there is nothing left for me to trade, right? Except knowing that buyers are now in the business from 71 and 75, right? So these things, while I was gone, right, if I was here, I would have told you in Discord probably that you can go long right here, because now, even though these guys are not supporting, it's all about price. If sellers had a control from these things, they could have held it at 81, right? So at 81, I did not take a short, but I give you a choice. If you want to short 81, it's lining up with NQ's VWAP, right? So you have to rely on NQ's VWAP and ES VWAP and short. But you put your stop at 84 and you target lower 68 to justify your risk reward, And if you do take the trade, you have to put stop at 84. That is what I said in Discord, and you have to honor the stop if you get stopped out, right? You can't just take a profit at 75, because then it's a poor risk reward. So, but so here, see, here. Now here, when price try to go higher, now you can cut it right here, either 84 or 82, if you're observing it, because now 2 times 75 held it, right? And now it's a breakout above 81. So here you can bail out, break even or maybe 2-3 point loss. And then also, since you bailed out, you can flip to long also. You can rely on this level now, because momentum is now 2 ways, right? It started trending higher and seller failed to hold below due to the strong open drive. Price should not have gone above 81, but it did here after balancing. Now buyers are in control. NQ was giving you the sign for longs, right? So ES will follow it, and this is the long, right? Later in the day, you have to be very careful, when NQ started chopping around, you have to be careful. But the NQ's level we discussed throughout the day, right? 423, 415, 437, those are the levels I gave you, right? 450 even here. So all these are well longs, and you can match up with ES, So ES later on, see here at 91, it did not come to 91, right? 94, 96, you don't want to now buy. See, whoever bought it here, they could have done it here, right here at 94, right? The way you did it here. So here you can go long, right? But later on, you don't want to go again. You want to wait for a fresh area, which is 91. So when price came down here, it did not come down here, because your stop needs to be go below VWAP in this case. Here, when it came down here, now your stop is below, is 2 point stop, right? To cover VWAP. So this is a good location. At that time, NQ was also at Globex high, right here at 410. So this was the long, if you want to take it in this choppy thing, against internals. But so that's why it's a different arrow, and you have to make a case. So I did not take any longs, none of this except this, that's it. NQ, yes, I did, scalp few points here and there, that's it. And that be all, So for tomorrow, you want price to stay above this 99 or 94, above both buyers, NQ, you want NQ to stay above 467, ideally, then it can go higher and higher, So that be all for today. I'll see you tomorrow, and next week I'm not going to do pre-market notes because I'm on vacation. So there is no YouTube videos or anything because I'm not doing anything. I'm on vacation, right? So I'm not publishing pre-market notes. But in Discord, I will provide all the information early in the morning for the coming day. Even though I'm on vacation, I will try to do my best in Discord to give you the levels for the markets, for all the markets. and instead of notes I will just type it in Discord, early in the morning, and then end of the day if I get a time I may do some recap in Discord. Okay, and that'll be all for today.